Hi friends, a warm welcome back to SAP Cloud Platform, Cloud Foundry and Business Application Studio tutorials. Hope you all know me. This is Venkat Karthik Suman and I am UI5 Theory Trainer for past 7 years. I'm going to start online sessions from 26 September on SAP's latest tool for UI5 development called as Business Application Studio. We are now into the episode 3 of Business Application Studio. Here we'll see what actually is the dev space and why we have to create it to access the Business Application Studio. So I'll continue from where I left in the previous episode. So here we are going to create the dev space. So after you get the subscription in the sub account, click on the create dev space. Now there are 4 different types of applications here: SAP Fiori, Cloud Business Application, Cloud Platform Mobile Service, Basic. You can create max 2 dev spaces in this trial account of sub account, and the condition is only one at a time must be running, only one dev space. So you can choose, for example, if you are creating the Fiori applications, you can select the Fiori app. In the dev space, you can write any name like Fiori apps dev space, and here you can select any of the additional SAP extensions like CDS graphic modeler or launchpad module or any of these which is completely optional. And the predefined extensions in the current SAP Fiori application which you have selected, like basic tools which you can be working, like if you are already experienced in the Web IDE tool where you can create your own Fiori applications, and you can see different types of predefined extensions like Fiori Freestyle tools, MTA tools, multi-target applications, basic SAP versions of TIDE, SAP Fiori tools, basic UI5 template, UI5 freestyle templates, SAP UI5 layout editor. SAP has concentrated the Business Application Studio useful for any type of developers, not only restricted to the UI5 development or developer as it did in the previous Web IDE tool. In the current Business Application Studio, you can appreciate the Business Application Studio because it is targeted to any type of developers or any type of development like Java or any command line interfaces like Node.js or Linux type of command line integrations. Lots of things are there in this Business Application Studio. Now, if you are from the UI5 background, you can select this SAP Fiori dev space, and you can click on the create dev space which is on the bottom of the screen. Now once you create the dev space, it must be from the starting to running. When it is in the running stage, then only you can open the Business Application Studio, the Fiori apps dev space. Now it takes at least a couple of minutes to start the dev space, and now it is from the starting to the running state. Now when it is in the running state, you can click on the Fiori apps this link so that you can open the Business Application Studio. And there are one more restriction that whenever the dev space is idle for 1 hour, then this goes again back to the stop status. Now when it is in the running state, you can click on this and you can click on the open the Business Application Studio. As I told you, you can create one more dev space by clicking on the create dev space. So if you are planning for the SAP Cloud Platform mobile services, you can have lots of mobile related stuff here in the mobile platform, mobile platform mobile services. So you can create dev space saying that mobile dev space 2 and click on the create dev space. Now you can see this is stopped. You cannot start it directly. If you click on this start, it won't start and you get an error message saying that you can only run one dev space at a time. To run the dev space, you must stop a running dev space. So one must be running, one must be stopped. Okay, now let us click on the Fury apps dev space, which opens the business application studio. Now you are into the Bash tool, the Bash Studio, which is very interesting. It takes at least 10 to 15 seconds max for the business application studio to get opened. You can see the purple color which is on the bottom of the screen. So this purple color indicates that there is no open workspace. So I'll discuss all this workspace kind of thing in my next episode. So in this current SAP Business Application Studio, you can see on the left side there are some icons. On the top there is some menu which is similar to the Web IDE tool, but there is a lot of difference between the Web IDE tool and this current SAP Business Application Studio. You can see that there is a welcome page which is open by default. Better you always open this page. If it is closed, you can open that from the from the command window. As I told you, there are lots of commands which you can start implementing. This is completely different from the Web IDE tool. So here there are commands like, for example, CF is Cloud Foundry commands here, and there are lots of other commands as well. If you scroll, you can see lots of commands here. So I want the welcome page back, so you can type here as welcome and you can see the welcome page. Click on it and the welcome page is back. If you want to change the theme of this, you can see that there's settings here on the right side. You can click on set a theme. When you click on set a theme, you can set any of this theme, and most often you will be listening to the word TIA. So the Eclipse TIA is the inspiration for the SAP Business Application Studio, what SAP has come up with. Most of the developers feel very comfortable working in this TIA environment, and it is up to you whatever theme you want to set. You can set that particular theme. Now most of the application development will be done in the workspace, so you have to open a workspace. So that which I will be teaching you in the next episode. Now here, as I told you, there is something like terminal, so you can run some of the commands in the terminal which looks similar to the Linux or Unix commands. So I want the current directory. You can say pwd print working directory, and you can see that you can have the working directory as home USR. And you can open the workspace here. When you click on open workspace, you can see here the project's user home /etc/hosts will be provided, and these are all from the server instance only. Nothing is there on your local computer. Now you can type any of the commands here and the command will work. For example, if you type npm, which is the Node.js, you can close this back. Now in the file there is something like open workspace, open recent workpage, save all, auto save. This feature is there in the current Business Application Studio, where you write some code, automatically gets saved. And there are some settings, open preferences, color images, they're already on the right side. In the edit section, it is like undo, redo kind of thing, that copy paste. In the selection, when we write the code, that will be useful. In the view, just now I told you that find command is there, so most often I have been using the Ctrl+Shift+P on the keyboard, then the command window will open. So when we are doing the application development, this command window will be useful. Next will be like debug. The debug will be automatically run when you are executing the application after you develop it. Terminal is just now shown you. When you click on new terminal, it opens something at the bottom of the screen. Here you can start typing any of the commands. So most of the business application studio is built on the command line integration. You can create a project, you can start a project by making use of the wizards from here also. So this is all about the explanation of the business application studio. So once you are done, you can remove this from index.html so that you can go back to the dev space which we have created when we started. So this dev space is different than the dev space what we have created for the sub account. That's it for now. In the next episode, we are going to discuss how to create an empty SAP UI5 application in our dev space in the business application studio. As usual, if you like my video, please click on the like and try to share it with your friends, those who are in require the SAP business application studio.